Now this little pot here is actually a kiddie's pot from IKEA. I made the strap. There's a kitchen set for £10, and it's actually worth buying the whole set just to get that little pot. It's very small, but hey, we've got to make it do. Now this little cup, recently I got this in the range. Very impressed because I can hold the handle immediately. It's quite light. Previously I used to use this, which I use as my kettle. But worth carrying that. Yeah, very awkward little frying pan, but it's tiny. I cut the handle off. It's very light. It's very thin at the bottom, so you have to be very careful. I don't suppose you can go any smaller than that. Collected some old dead grass to see if we can soften up the sleeping arrangements. Go and get some more. Second bag. Well, rucksack cover. Thank God I had it. Pine needles. But that is a lot better. So I might just get another bag and shove it under. Okay, I've got the third bag, 2 in there already. Wow. Maybe now I'll get a good night's sleep. Now, as you just saw, we had a stream of hill walkers come down the middle track. Now, I moved anything very visual, shiny objects, bright objects, in black as well, stands out. I'm not trying to stealth camp here, and camping here, you'll probably never get any trouble. It's just very unlikely. It's a long way, and that's not the concern. But it is interesting that as they walked through, you could see from the camera that we couldn't see them, so they couldn't see us, and they walked up the hill. Not important really. Like, nothing's stopping you from camping here, and who cares who comes by. So I want to show you this little twig burner. It's from a stainless steel flask. And there's the inside of the flask, because there's two sections in the stainless steel flask. And I cut it down and it just shoved inside and fit. We've got a ring of holes around there and a ring of holes around there and a few holes there. Now, there's probably an optimum level of holes. I only had a 10mm bit. Perhaps they should be bigger. Now, the idea for this gasifier stove, of course, came from YouTube, which is fantastic. And a big thanks to everybody out there who ever uploaded anything to help other people. Fantastic. Now, I copied the design off of YouTube. I made two of these. This one seems to work when it gets going. And what has to happen once it gets going properly, it will gasify, the gas will start to combust. That hence the name gasifier, and the smoke should more or less disappear. Well, it's working. Now, I'm not quite sure what modifications need to be done, whether these holes need to be bigger, but so far just raising the pot a little has helped, because the air has to go in the top. And air has to go in the bottom. So it's meant, the gas is meant to go down, out the bottom of the inner section, up around the side of the inner section, in between the outer and inner, and then fed with air as it goes up. It's a little smoky, so it needs modification. But the water's starting to boil now. I don't know how long that's taken. 5 or 6 minutes. I see it now. No smoke. So that tells me we need a bigger, I'm convinced now we need a bigger support. Probably an inch. But I can see now the flames inside coming out the holes, and that's exactly what you need. But that's working pretty well now. Boiling. I will take that off. A good tip is to fill your little pot. Especially in the evening. Fill it after you have used it, so it's ready to go, but don't knock it over. It's extra weight in your kit, but so is gas. So if you could get by with one gas cylinder, one of those little dome-shaped ones, use this as much as possible when you're relaxing. I mean, that's still going. These burgers were frozen the night before I left. So they were frozen when I got here and I had ice packs. You probably don't even need ice packs. But I put them in a cool bag and let the cool bag sit in the river, because that's about 10 degrees. So we'll see now. Should be okay. Again, because the midges are coming out to play tonight. Not sure what time. So it's important that your midge net is inside, your gloves, everything you need to prepare yourself if you have to step out. And it's amazing. You even open the bottom of the zip to push your hand out to reach something, and they're in. And I don't fancy killing them all night long. Well, I don't want to kill them, but what can you do? See how fast that boiled? That cooker is amazing. Potatoes in the pot on the small one, less prone to tipping over. Beef burger on there, because if it tips over I'll put it back in. I've had some thoughts about this location here. Got very hot this afternoon. This is fantastic in September, but higher up you'd be cooler. I think when there's going to be really hot summer, I'll stick to close to the forest. That way you can get into the shade. I've camped here in September and it's very good. Nice tin. If we're coming up high, I'm going to get something lighter. That'll do me. Nothing special there. If you do get one of these little pots, you can make a strap just like that. Keep the lid on. In fact, another little cooker I have, flat one like that, fits in here. This one doesn't, and that was handy. So just make tea there now and eat this and wait for the midges. They will be bouncing off this tent in about, well, a few hours yet. Nothing wrong with that burger. Frozen Thursday night, brought in with an ice pack, left in the cool bag, a small cool bag in that stream with the water constantly running on the cool bag, not immersed completely, just laying down in a shallow part. I'll be taking this down, otherwise it'll be flapping around all night.